Giving and receiving feedback is an important part of communication for any manager or leader. Feedback is an important opportunity for managers to provide individuals with a clear indication of how well they're performing, guide them on how to improve next time, and to support them in identifying the things they do well. Here are some tips for effective feedback.
Positive. While feedback should always be constructive, it's more effective when a positive approach is taken. Don't just focus on the negatives. State the positives as well to help motivate the recipient moving forward. Timely. Deliver feedback in a timely manner. While the situation in question can still be remembered by those involved. Although, if the situation is highly emotional, allow time for emotions to calm down before giving the feedback. Blame-free. Feedback is not about apportioning blame. It's about helping the individual to improve next time. To avoid the blame game, focus on the issue or behavior in question and not on the personalities or levels of intelligence. Specific. Be specific with your feedback and avoid exaggeration, as it will undermine rather than reinforce the point you're making. Point to the exact action you think needs improvement and, where possible, give a time and location to help them understand the situation. Frame of mind. Be socially aware when delivering feedback, considering a person's frame of mind before beginning. Could there be a better time to hold a discussion when they might be more open to suggestions? Location. Conduct the feedback session in a private, safe place where the conversation is unlikely to be overheard, as this will help the recipient open up and be less defensive. Follow-up. As the main aim of the feedback session is to help the person improve their performance moving forward, it's important that you follow up afterwards, measuring their success with implementing improvements and revisit areas where there is no noticeable change, remembering to document the process.
Self-assessment. Before a feedback session, take some time to assess your work and consider both the areas where you perform well and the ones where improvement could be made. Ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you've identified an area in which you're struggling. An alternative perspective can shed new light on a situation and help make improvements. Active listening. To be open to hearing feedback, you need to be able to listen to what the speaker has to say. Active listening means taking in what's being said, understanding it, responding, remembering it, and using paraphrasing to clarify. Emotional control. You need to be aware of your own emotional state when receiving feedback so you're able to control your reaction to what's being said. Remember that you have no control over how other people feel and should accept the value of their opinion regardless of whether or not you agree with it. Act on it. It's up to you to decide if you'll act on the feedback you've been given. However, recognize the fact that there's a reason why the person is taking time to talk about your behavior, and don't just dismiss what they say without due consideration.